21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
My name is Kapil Dhiman. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Quranium, where our vision is to create an uncrackable digital infrastructure for the decentralized world. Solving the problems of the current traditional blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum, which is gonna fall down in the age of the quantum era, not able to defend itself against the major computational powers that the computers of this age possess. And that's where quantum security angle becomes really important and Quranium comes in. My journey in the business world started as early as 2012. I've been working since 2009, but got into the business field since 2012. I come from a consulting background to start with. I spent 8 years with PwC, and before that 3 years with the firm BMR Advisors that got acquired by Deloitte, and grew across various roles in PwC, from legal, tax to technology consulting to Web3. I was driving the national business for PwC India for the Web3 vertical. And while doing this, I was also doing my own startups. Like as far as I can remember, I've always loved to build. That has been my passion. I don't like to sleep. I think that's a waste of time. So, for good 7 years, I did 2 or 3 jobs. In the day, I would be a consultant, spending time in the boardrooms with big multinational companies across the world. And in the night, I would build my own startups, starting from, a tours and travel company. Then I was an independent artist, a DJ, music producer, then, built my own music label, sold that and built a decentralized social media platform for the entertainment sector. So the love for building has always been there. In 2022, and I came to a realization that my belief for existence on this world is not marrying my actions that I do while I'm alive. What I mean by that is, I've always believed that I'm born for a special purpose, that I'm born to make an impact on this world. I've always believed that I'm really here to create something much larger for generations to come. And I feel it in my heart. I feel it every second of my breath. In 2022, when I went on an introspection journey, okay, this is what I believe, but what I'm doing right now, is it towards that goal? The answer came as no. That's when I decided I think it's time to take a pause, and I moved out of the comfort of a consulting job and built a gaming and metaverse company, which became the fastest growing immersive experience company in the country. But still, it was not towards making a larger impact in the world. So decided to really shut down everything. I decided to take a 12 months break from working. I went to my family and I said, okay, for the next 12 months, I'm not going to work. Took care of the family financially, that this is the expense that we do every month. So, okay, for the next 12 months, I've budgeted, but now it's my time. And I'm going to find myself and what I am actually born to do, because for the last decade when I've been working, I've been just chasing, one level after the other. So for 1 month, I locked myself in a room. I barely spoke with anybody. I was just meditating, just reading, and just trying to kind of go inside, deep inside into silence. And after that, I gave myself a target of speaking with 100 people, much more intelligent than me, around the globe. Every day I speak with 2 new people. And in that journey, I came across the convergence of quantum and blockchain. Both these independently I have been studying since early on, independently over quantum computing, independently blockchain. I built the entire business at a national level when it comes to blockchain. Quantum has been a very deep interest area. But the convergence of two came on my table through in this journey. And that was like a immediate click. This is something that is like really hit my heart, and I could relate to it. Now, why? Is the biggest question. Why did I relate to it so much? Now, before that, in this journey, I was getting job offers. I could have done, there were multiple other opportunities, exploration, which is natural for anybody who walks on this journey, right? But nothing clicked. Nothing was feeling right in my heart. But this related very well because look at the world that we are moving into now. We see almost everything interacting with the blockchain ecosystem in the coming future, which means billions of dollars. And as per some estimates, and I quote BCG, more than $1 trillion will be interacting with the blockchain ecosystem by 2030. And that's the amount of wealth that is going to be, let's say, tokenized or be in crypto or interacting with blockchain, etc. So the global economy is going to be in some way or the other decentralized, right? So you're going to be interacting with blockchains. Very simply put, I'm not going to make it too technical. But the security of all these blockchains, the encryptions that all these blockchains use to secure your assets, secure your data, secure the money that flows through this infrastructure, was invented in 1985. That blew my mind. That elliptic curve, which is the signature algorithm that all the blockchains, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, uses, was invented in 1985, and we are still using the same. It was invented and designed to prevent against the computational power that existed back then. From 85 to 2024 now, the computation power of our computers that we use have gone up 100x. But the security is exactly the same. Right? Now, if that's not threatening, if that's not worrying, then I don't know what is. And that's why today, even today, when we speak, Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything is vulnerable to be cracked. Everything is vulnerable to be attacked. And in the age of quantum computers, it's going to be broken in seconds. Now, some strong believers who believe that now, nothing can go wrong, will give an argument otherwise. And with all due respect to them, I just put a point forward that maths do not lie. Encryptions are mathematical computations, right? They are secure because the processing power of the computers that we use today are not strong enough to solve them. But now look at the age of GPUs becoming accessible, right? More and more powerful computers coming into the stream. How long do you think it's going to withstand? And that's the biggest threat to our digital economy as I see it. And that's why creating a digital infrastructure which is quantum secure for the current as well as the age to come forward is a necessity, is a must. It's not an option. It's not just another, okay, let's explore it. It's a necessity. If we don't do it, our digital infrastructure, the digital world that we rely heavily on today, everything is digital, that is going to be shaken. And that's why I'm building Quranium. When it comes to actually solving a problem at this scale, it is very important to go as micro as you can. Now, this is where the entire foundation of product development and execution becomes a key. Because while you are aiming to solve a global problem, which is like really, really big and generations to come, ultimately, retail users, institutions, people like you and I are going to interact with it. So you have to go really fundamental. And that's the philosophy that has been adopted since day one. When we wrote the first white paper, when we started deciding, okay, what kind of architecture do we want to use? because ultimately the tech has to be really strong. Now, my co-founder, who's the CTO, he's a fantastic individual, has been in the Bitcoin space since like as early as 2010, 2011. So he knows the architecture in and out. And when we were sitting and brainstorming, okay, how do we just break it all apart and build something which solves the foundational problems of all the existing networks? Security is going to be at the heart of it, right? So we are implementing NIST approved signature algorithms which are post-quantum secure in a package which becomes user-friendly and much more scalable. Today, blockchains are looked at as, okay, this is too technical. Is it for me? The adoption slows down because of the scalability issue. Security is, of course, a challenge that we have spoken about. So we are solving both. So we have broken it apart and we have 3 layers in which we build Quranium. The foundational layer is going to be a proof of work blockchain. Imagine a Bitcoin, which is now quantum secure and 10x more fast. I'm simplifying it for the listeners. That's our foundational layer that we use for data finality as a settlement layer. Now, for anything smart contract related, where you build your decentralized applications and where most of the developers are going to be deploying their projects, we separate it and create a separate layer altogether, in which we are going to use a block DAG architecture. Now, a block DAG, as opposed to blockchain, does not follow a one block after the other approach. Now, here I can process multiple blocks together, which gives me a massive increase in my processing power and increases the speed of the transactions that can go through the network. Now, just by doing these two independently, I have solved the problem of networks choking up, which Ethereum faces a lot, because Ethereum is doing data finality as well as smart contract together. And that's why more and more layer 2s and now layer 3s are coming into the picture, right? So that is what I, as Quranium, have solved by just these 2 layers. Now, we also wanted to create something very specifically for the IoT space, because again, today, interaction between machine to machine is going to become like really normal. We saw, I think 2 weeks back, robot from Tesla. Now, robots are going to become accessible. We're talking about robo taxis, driverless cars. All of this is becoming reality. So an infrastructure which is actually uncrackable, which will allow machine-to-machine interaction, becomes a necessity again. Right? So for that, we have a dedicated layer which is much lighter. You can actually connect your phone and process rewards and exchange data and interact with other machines and other devices in real time. That's going to be our layer 3. Packaging it all together and connecting with each other seamlessly is what Quranium's architecture looks like. Now, this is a solution that we are building to solve at a technological level the problem that exists today.
Yeah, I keep doing my own thing. Yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it. Yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again. Yeah, never looking back again. I can get it, I can make it. Yeah, I know it, and I'm never looking back again.
Now, when we have spoken about what we are building at an architectural level, the most important piece becomes the execution of it on ground and delivery of this vision to the larger world. Quranium started as an idea in January this year, formalized, then, the early team started coming in. We started meeting with people who really believed in the idea and started joining us. And today, when we are sitting in October, we have a team of more than 120 people spread across the world. We are setting up our headquarters as we speak right now in Switzerland. We have a legal presence in Dubai already. We are setting up a legal presence in Singapore as well. These are going to be becoming our hubs. I have this West plus East approach to capture the globe, as I call it, leading the West narrative from Switzerland and the East narrative from Singapore. and making Middle East and Dubai as a networking hub, and of course doing much more from there. In terms of the tech, where do we stand? We are launching our testnet in 2 weeks from now. So that's in absolute firm development, and the world will have the first impression and a feel of what Quranium has been working on. On 15th of November, to be exact, the testnet goes live, and you can do transactions, you can download the wallet, you can store your cryptos there, and most importantly, which gives me utmost pride in what our team has been able to achieve, and a huge shout out to our tech team there. They have been working around the clock. Is I can confidently go out in the market and say, hey, come on, try to attack us, try to crack us. It's practically gonna be not possible. And what gives me this confidence to say this out so loud is what my team has so foundationally built, right? So that's going to be the next immediate steps for Quranium to prove it to the world that we are walking the talk. So the next big milestone for Quranium, of course, is going to be the launch of our testnet. It's really going to be the most important day for us. We have worked months and months on this. The team has given everything to it, and it's finally coming to reality, where we actually show the world what we are claiming. So 15th of November, I would request everybody to reach on our website, quranium.org. You'll find all the details there. You can download the wallet, you can interact with other users, you can transact. And trust me when I say this is going to be really a historic moment for the decentralized world. The first quantum secure decentralized network comes out live, truly quantum secure. And you can follow our social handles on LinkedIn, Twitter. We have a community on Telegram as well. It goes by the same name, Quranium, where we are regularly updating about everything that goes on the project. And there's a lot which is happening. We are focusing on doing a lot of brand initiatives along with the technology aspects as well while we grow globally. So you'll find a lot of updates there. For me personally, feel free to ping me on LinkedIn, Kapil Dhiman, as well as Twitter. More than happy to connect. Thank you very much.
21st Century Entrepreneurship with Martin Piskarik.
Imagine a space where triumphs, trials, and tales of entrepreneurship come alive. Welcome to the 21st Century Entrepreneurship Podcast, a gold awarded journey hosted by Martin Piskarik, connecting with listeners in 95 countries and ranking in the top 0.5% of all podcasts. Join our exclusive community, elevate your perspective, and embark on the path to success.